lot of new money, when the not saving, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I had it. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crap. Watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
This is fielded inside the 5.
On the double. Hey, 50. 50's a must. 50's a must. Watch Greystone travel. Check 43. Shit. Bang, 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 bang. First down.
On first down, it's Palmer. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Got it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Russell. He's going to air one out. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Don't get nervous. Switch. Ready?
They'll try and throw for it here. Dancing to his left. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end, Herndon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
31's the mic. He's tired of me.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So I guess we'll call this a pitcher's duel so far. I think that was a 3-run homer there, and it makes it a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, what inning are we in? It's not the most common of scorelines, but it's pretty indicative of the fact that we're in for a tight one.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, pick it up. Protein spill. 49, check 49, check 49. Hey, orbit. 50 now. 52.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Check. Yo, faster. Shoot.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Russell. And his throw here's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Watch the boot. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go. Yep. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, seam 6. Speed dribble.
To throw on 3rd down. Russell. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met Fan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Me. I got this. Trump. Check it. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Haskins will throw. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Go. Snap.
To throw on second down. Russell. Flush to his right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Now the try here for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a second down coming up. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins, he lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here we go on 4th down, Haskins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Watch the run, watch the run. Back.
On 1st down, Russell. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. Big yardage yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Haskins to throw it. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 98 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken very short. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Returnable here from the 38. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. A try here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Cardinals 44, Jets 3.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second and very short, Haskins. Open man is Robbie Anderson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. This is Miller, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. Herndon's got it complete. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. Haskins now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
43 is the mic. Here we go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. The 30, the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown, baby, yeah.
Now the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
On the ready.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Set, ready, 60 outlaw. Cut. Go.
Throwing on first down. Russell is going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
132 fighter.
From the gun, it's Drake. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Go.
Check your hot read.
25, check 25, check 22.
On third down, Russell eluding the pressure right. And able to find Dorsett. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Topper. Gone.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 18-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Palmer. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Jets take over at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Armstead able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a give right side. It's Goodwin, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line.
Trip is here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a third quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Go. Check 4, check 4. Hey, Haywood. Check 37. Hey, Sam off.
On 1st and 10, Russell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the pass.
Back to throw. Russell going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. A big pickup of 38. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Gotta do better.
Leo. Check. Hey. Yeah, Mike.
On 1st down, Russell. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
They'll keep it on the ground. Good one. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Here we go. Here we go. 40 for Pittsburgh. Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Goodwin. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Goodwin. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
The Jets on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now they'll run on the draw. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And
this is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, 59 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by one more. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
What you got, Heavy?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Haskins to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, keep it up. Jim. Hey, Mike Smith. Mike 50. 3 buzz. Look at me. Go.
Throwing on first down. Russell, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going for the deep ball. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. 44's to Mike. I got him.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right. Hey, Greystone, travel. 4 down. Watch 41, watch 41. Watch up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Maurice Hurst. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Look at me. Go. Now.
Looking to throw. Russell. He's going to look deep down the field. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
86, Jets 3. John Brown set to kick off.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. They run the counter. Goodwin. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cardinals, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.